Hello. Today's video is about something known as ghosting, also known as the INFJ door slam. Removing someone from your life is a very challenging thing to do even under the best of circumstances. What makes it harder is when others criticize not only that you did it, but how you ended the relationship. It's so frustrating when you take this big step and people with no vested interest in the relationship feel the need to tell you how wrong you were for doing this. It really can make you seriously doubt your decision. One aspect of this I've experienced is being told how wrong I was for simply backing out of someone's life rather than explaining how I feel or trying to work things out. Those familiar with the Myers Briggs personality test recognize this as the infamous INFJ door slam, even though all personality types may use it. Others call it ghosting. Whatever you choose to call it, many people call it childish, petty, and even cruel, when it is often nothing of the sort. While the door slam isn't appropriate in every relationship that ends, in many cases it's a very good option to take no matter what others may think. With narcissists, trying to work out relationship problems is a waste of time. In fact, telling them that you're hurt when they do or they say something usually just makes them do or say that thing more often. They also have no desire to change their hurtful behavior. If something they do hurts someone, that's either completely inconsequential to them or it brings them joy. Trying to talk things out with someone like this not only is impossible, but it's going to create a lot more pain and frustration. Not to mention, narcissists will try to convince a victim to maintain the relationship status quo, and can be very convincing when they do this sometimes. This can cause a couple of unpleasant outcomes. The victim may be confused and end up staying in a toxic relationship, or the victim may leave but carry a great deal of shame for leaving that poor abuser or ruining his or her life by ending the relationship. Another scenario can happen if the abuser and the victim live together. Talking to the abuser before ending the relationship and moving out can give the abuser time to come up with especially creative and effective tactics to help keep the victim in the relationship. In cases like this, it's much better to someone to just leave unannounced and silently for their own mental health sake. Not all relationships are abusive, of course, and sometimes a person wants to end it simply because of things like personality differences, moral differences, or religious beliefs. In cases like this, sometimes leaving a relationship silently still may be a viable option. If someone repeatedly hurts you, you tell them they're hurting you and they continue to hurt you, they have to know why you're ending the relationship. They don't need you to explain yourself yet again. There's no point. No one should have to explain to someone how to be a decent human being, especially over and over. Some people seem to have no clue how to be civil, let alone polite, and are content with this behavior. They often say things like, well, this is just how I am. Explaining why you want to end a relationship with someone like this most likely is going to be extremely frustrating and a big waste of your time. Obviously, people are very different, so you need to consider your options seriously when ending a relationship with someone. If the person's reasonable, explaining why you're ending the relationship is a good option. That person may learn to need that that person may need to learn that they should behave in a healthier way. And who knows? That person may teach you something about your own behavior as well. If the person in question isn't reasonable about quietly walking away is probably your best option. Thank you for watching my video.